What's up, Budfur? For pooping with, silly.
Wouldn't it be crazy if you picked a scab and a bunch of syrup came out? Or like a syrup and a couple of ants or something? Whoa.
God.
You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Jesus Christ, Jordan Reed. Good morning.
Yeah, that's a crime.
From the skittering studios underneath your favorite rock, it is 7:03 o'clock on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. I am Moss.
I'm Bug.
And we are here. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, we're sleepy.
Yeah. Wow. We stayed up way too late last night.
Why did you guys let us stay up so late?
Why'd you let us stay up so late?
Oh my God, you know we cannot stay up that late.
When I stay up that late and I wake up, my poops are weird.
Yeah.
Bad.
Although you're setting a bad precedent, Moss, because you're more awake today than you are most days.
No, I'm not. Look at my face. Look at the bags under my eyes.
Yeah, but you've been up for like 40 minutes.
40 minutes, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I've just been looking at Reddit, trying to find something to talk about on the show, but everything I read is annoying.
Yeah, we're sad.
Yeah, man. Everyone on Reddit is the worst.
You didn't know?
Just the worst.
You're
dude.
finding out now?
No, it's a huge bummer. I'm there all the time.
I know.
I'm always looking at Reddit, and it's never a good time. There's nothing there for me. I don't know why I keep looking.
Well,
I think it's because I used to be a forums kid. Do you remember forums?
yeah, well, Reddit is a forum, and we all use it. We all Google something and then put Reddit after it. It's just unfortunate sometimes.
Yeah, well, it used to be like the only reliable place to know for sure that there was like people who were really into a niche thing that could answer your question, but now it's fucking so botted. It's like everything else. Man.
Yeah, it's still kind of one of the better ones, but it's falling apart.
I miss forums. I was on GameSpot. I was on Insomniac Games. I was all over the internet on forums.
I was on SantaCon. I was on any forum for a thing that I was not a part of where everybody was 30 and I was 12.
Are there any good forums still? I'm in the Reaper forums. Maybe I should just hang out there instead.
I think most forums are good. The problem is they're just usually for something really niche, and so you kind of have to invest in that community. Yeah, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
Reddit gives you the experience of a forum with none of the investment.
Yeah, and none of the community.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. There's just a blah. Anyway, it's 7:05. Good morning. Good morning to everyone hanging out with us. Good morning to Daddy. Good morning to Emily. Good morning, Coyote Astronaut. Good morning, Digital Darling Egg Queen. Good morning, A Lamp. Good morning, Emily again. Good morning, Sid the Kingmaker. And good morning, N Squared. N Squared said the unfiction forums were my Reddit. Do you know what the unfiction forums were, Bug?
No, I don't know what that is.
Me neither. Just sounded like a U type thing. Because I thought like AO3 type thing.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Despite all appearances, I was not on AO3 until way late. I learned about AO3 from a book.
That's crazy. That's wild. You know, like kids are like, oh, when adults start using slang, the slang is like outdated and not cool.
Yeah.
If you read about a website in a book.
Except for AO3, because like it rips. Yeah. I think it can survive.
Oh, and Squared said they were like the ARG forums, Marble Hornets, et cetera, et cetera. That makes sense. I always think of Something Awful, but that's because that's where Slender Man came from. I didn't remember or know that Marble Hornets were on the unfiction forums. Yeah, that's cool. Anyway, we got some great voicemails hanging out for you today. Good morning to Matt Bliss, who is just joining us. We got voicemails in the voicemail box, emails in the email box. And other than that, I did not find anything I wanted to cover today. And I know I had written a note somewhere, but all I've written on my desk is get package.
Oh, you did that. Here, you can erase that. Here's a microfiber for you.
Oh, 60 watts light bulb is not a lamp. You're right. I'm sorry. Good morning, light bulb. I
almost said confused. That. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry. I need to get our appliances straight.
Yeah. Sorry, it's the brave little toaster, not the brave little microwave, okay?
No. Speaking of the brave little toaster, I always get that Tutti Frutti, oh, Rudy.
Yeah.
That song stuck in my head because of the intro sequence of the radio comes down the stairs. I've been thinking a lot about the radio from Brave Little Toaster lately, Bug.
I understand.
I think I want to be him.
Yeah.
He's
no,
like
totally.
The little red guy, the little red radio.
No, I know about him.
Yeah.
It's his little knob, his nose. Is that his deal?
Yeah, he's got a little nose knob, and then he's got like a top button. I think it's a snooze button, his little antenna.
Do you guys remember the Brave Little Toaster's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go ahead and shoot this in the foot. I won't be able to use this for a film buffering. Also, I have a film buffering, but unrelated.
Cool. Hell yeah.
The Brave Little Toaster's crazy, right? Because the premise is that the kid is so sick that he has to go to the hospital and all the appliances miss him.
Yeah, man.
That's such a wild premise.
It's one of my most formative movies, I think, as a kid.
I have not seen it as an adult, but it was my jam as a kid.
The thing about it, if you do decide to go back and rewatch it, because I haven't seen it in ages, but I'd started rewatching it a couple of years ago, they call the kid Master a lot, and there's
it's a shame.
There's just some weird vibes there, but it really otherwise has a very big heart. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good music. I think about the junkyard scene. There was a scene in which they all end up at a junkyard with a bunch of old cars, and they all break into song, and these cars have this song about how they're all gonna die, and it's horrifying.
It's that weird era of animation. So the Brave Little Toaster came out in 87. You got to think about how much was happening for the first time around that era, being able to pull off a feature-length animated film.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and play a little bit of that for you because I have it up here on YouTube, and I think it's worth sharing a little bit of this song. So, oops, I accidentally muted it. There we go. So they're in a junkyard. All the appliances are looking on in fear as this big magnet with a face is slinging junk and dropping
Great
it on a
sound
conveyor.
design. Check this out.
All the junkyard crushing stuff. And then
now, honey, I mean it.
I thought we were going to let me get right to where the song starts, because there's some intermittent things. Yada, yada. The car gets picked up.
I can't take this kind of pressure. I must confess, one more dusty road would be just a road too long.
I just can't seem to get started. Don't have the heart
So dark.
to live in the fast lane. All that is past and gone.
All these cars singing about the lives they used to have.
And they're just getting killed.
Yeah, they're just getting
slightly off screen.
Crushed into blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that place is too expensive.
It's really good.
Cheap. We're talking real cheap.
I'm going to cut it because it won't play as well onto the podcast world. But it's very compelling. The music is also extremely 80s.
Yeah.
Very 80s stink. The song goes on to get darker. You hear all these stories of these cars and the lives they had and what they used to do and how they used to be so fast, and they're all getting crushed into blocks, and they're singing about how they're worthless. And as a kid, I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. But there's also lots of lovely scenes and lots of hilarious, funny character interactions. Radio's awesome. Lamp is awesome. Kirby the vacuum. The air conditioner that freaks out. Oh, man.
I do not remember the Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. I remember it happened.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything else about
I watched
it.
the heck out of it. We should do a watch party for these movies sometime.
Yeah.
We could do a little watch party in our Discord sometime. That could be fun. Sid says, isn't that Radio voiced by John Lovitz? That sounds right to me. I think Radio is voiced...
era.
Radio, I think. John, what else was John Lovitz in?
Little Nicky and a bunch of other stuff. Also, once I made Elle, Digital Darling Egg Queen, come to a comedy show with me locally because John Lovitz is performing, and I thought this will be fun. It wasn't. It was not fun.
Rough.
It was so bad. We almost left, which is a real shame. He's one of those guys, you know?
That sucks. That's such a bummer. That's such a bummer.
He has a great voice, but really just washed up piece of shit, dude.
If you can, Brave Little Toaster is one of those things where watching it with rose-colored glasses does enhance the experience because of the nostalgia factor. However, I do think it is one of those things where even without the rose-colored glasses, it's a pretty delightful story to watch. John Lovitz excluded and weird problematic calling the kid Master excluded.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
Well, it's important to acknowledge these things as a product of their time and watch them for what they are.
Yeah, and maybe it's just because it was. I'm a huge dork for animation.
Okay, I have to kick Chester out.
Yeah, Chester's being a problem.
You rat! Get out!
He's tipping over the trash can. I'm a huge dork for animation. I've always been obsessed with animation, 2D and 3D. And I think Brave Little Toaster was a big part of that because it had some really good animated moments in it. Checking in with the chat, there's sort of a handful of people that have not seen it. Alistair in the chat said, I'm watching murders. I'm watching murders.
Yeah.
Cady Ashnaw says, the Mountain Goats could cover this and I would not be surprised.
Okay, that would be pretty good.
Matt Bliss said, people say Toy Story 3 ruined them. This stuff hits much harder. Sid and I were talking the other day about how hard Pixar has gone forever and how intense some Pixar scenes go. That trash compactor in Toy Story 3 was something else.
Sid said that the AC in Brave Little Toaster's Phil Hartman. I love Phil Hartman.
Is that Butch Hartman's dad, the guy who did Fairly Odd Parents?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I know who that is.
You would have probably encountered him. He's just a comedian from back in the day. I was very into the film House Guest with Phil Hartman and Sinbad, which did, of course, as we all know, culminate in me meeting Sinbad in an airport as a child. Very formative experience for me.
Meeting Sinbad in an airport?
Yeah.
That is great. Here, and real quick, I do have a 12-second clip from the Brave Little Toaster that I want to share that has Radio in it because he's my favorite, and it's Radio and Lamp, and they are the best duo. And also a Lamp, who is in our Discord and a listener of the show. I always picture Lamp from Brave Little Toaster when I think of a Lamp. This is just a tiny little scene with the two of them, and then we can move forward and do our film buffering. Brave Little Toaster's walking
Things
away.
could be worse, you know. How? How what? How could they be worse? They couldn't. I lied.
That's all. Just stupid short things. I love Lamp. I love Radio.
Something that I do like about the Brave Little Toaster and that I do think was formative for me is that it's a very nihilistic film. And not to say it isn't hopeful.
No, but there's they meet an old supercomputer in a basement who's filled with vacuum tubes, and he sings a song about how he's getting outdated so fast. And then these other computers with titty CDs march in and start singing about the internet.
Yeah.
And how everyone can get connected to the World Wide Web and surf the information superhighway.
This movie definitely shaped me. You'll see when I release my sci-fi.
Yeah, for real. N Squared says, Moss, have you played Psychonauts? To which I will say Psychonauts is in my top 5 games of all time. Mm-hmm. We started playing the second one and have not gotten super far in it. I absolutely love Psychonauts. The voice actor for Invader Zim is in Psychonauts as the main character.
Rasputin?
Yeah. Who is that actor? Why can't I think of that?
Can't remember their name.
They're in a bunch of stuff. Very distinctive voice from Invader Zim. I'm sure you all know it. 60 Watts Lightbulb says, I bought the first one. Yeah, the first Psychonauts was amazing. Going into the brains, the Postman level was the best. Anyway, I don't want a nostalgia trip because I know for people who have not been on the same nostalgia train, it is not as engaging. Richard Horvitz, thank you, Lightbulb. Bug, let's do something we can all relate to, except for me, and dive right into my favorite segment we have on the show.
Film? Movies? I'll pass. That was my impersonation of Moss. This is film buffering.
Okay, guys, this is Film Buffering, the game where I try to describe a movie in 6 clues or less, and Moss tries to guess what movie it is.
Yep. How many clues we have today?
6.
6 clues.
I will be honest, I think you're going to get it.
You think I'm going to get this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you didn't think I was going to get the one I did get, and so you never know, Bug.
That's true.
My movie brain is a real stew.
All right, let's do it. Clue number 1. A young woman struggles to understand her place in the world. She's made a lot of sacrifices for her career, and she doesn't fit in with her coworkers. Her manager, seeing her struggling, decides to send her off on a job teaching troubled children, hoping that the challenge will help the woman figure out what she really wants out of life.
Oh, okay. Is this Easy? Not Easy A. What's the one she becomes a lawyer? Pretty Little Lawyer? No, that's Pretty Little Liars.
You're so close.
Wait, is Legally Blonde?
No, it's not Legally Blonde.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Pretty Little Lawyers.
Shit. Okay, that's 1 clue down. 5 potential points on the board. Next clue, Bug.
All right. Oh, Jennifer Love Hewitt. That's who would be Pretty Little Lawyer. Sorry. God. Okay. Clue number 2. The young woman reports to the new job and finds things are worse than she expected. The children have terrorized several other teachers to quitting and are determined to do the same to her. However, our main character sees through the tricks and does not react as they attempt to push her away. This earns their respect, and they begin to let her in.
Oh, that didn't give me any new ideas. I really have no idea. Can you read the first sentence of that clue again?
The young woman reports to the job and finds things are worse than she expected.
Oh, Oh, is this not Monsters, Inc.? Because Monsters, Inc. follows Sully and Mike Wazowski. But you know what I mean. It kind of has Monsters, Inc. stink to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like, okay, bud. I've got nothing.
Clue number 3?
That's 4. Yeah. I'm laughing like the pig from Spy Fox. The one you can play Go Fish with. Ha! Go fish. Go fish. One more clue, ma'am.
The clue number 3. The young woman and the children bond, spending the better part of a month together while the father is out of town. They spend this time playing, going on picnics, and she begins to teach them music. When the father returns, he's brought a girlfriend, and he's excited to introduce her to his well-behaved children. He's furious to find them acting like children, playing and running around. He and the woman fight, and she accuses him of not understanding his own children. He fires her on the spot, but then he hears the children singing, and he realizes the woman was right.
Oh, shit. I got it, too. Everyone in chat got it before me. There was a parade of I got it. This is Mary Poppins. No? Shit. Oh, damn it. Oh, man. That's
awesome. You're so close.
I was so convinced that was Mary Poppins.
That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
That sucks. Wait. Okay, hold on. I had a second guess. I had something else in my back pocket. It's Aristocats.
Nope.
Damn it. I don't remember what happens in Aristocats. But I thought it could be something like that. God damn.
It's clear that you don't know what happens in Aristocats because you guess it every time.
Yeah, well, Coyote also guessed Fantasia, so I felt safe. I didn't read it in the chat. Coyote guessed Fantasia. Matt Bliss says confidence.exe.
I'm with
Mason with your full chest.
I'm with Emily. I was so worried and then so relieved.
God.
Egg Queen says, I laughed so loud my boss asked me what's up.
Christmas. Okay, Bug. Well, keep it coming. What's the next clue, I guess?
Okay. Clue number 4. The oldest daughter has been secretly seeing a local boy. He loves her, but he's being indoctrinated into a local gang.
What happens in the Iron Giant?
The father's girlfriend notices a growing attraction between the father and the teacher. She speaks with the teacher about this, and the young woman is mortified. She leaves at once to return to her job.
I gotta be honest. I was so on Mary Poppins with the last clue. This has got me nothing. Does chat still have it? Does chat y'all still got it? Like,
yeah, I think they still have it.
You didn't think it was Mary Poppins? I thought y'all were with me. Oh, shit. Okay.
Do you want me to go on?
Just another one. 2 points on the board. I could possibly get 2 points.
The children and the father are desolate without the woman. The woman finds herself despondent without them. Her manager encourages her to follow her heart, and that it's okay to have fallen in love instead of pursuing her career. The woman returns, and the man's girlfriend confronts him about his attraction to the teacher. He realizes she's right, and they break up. The man confesses to the teacher, and they are married at her old workplace.
What happens in Matilda?
It's not this.
I didn't think so. The lady, she got a job. She doesn't like it. She goes there. It's worse than it is. The kids are like singing, and the person fires her on the spot. She's tutoring. She's not at like a school. And then there's the dad's girl. Is this Naruto?
I wish.
God. Matt Bliss. Matt Bliss says, this sounds like the basic prompt used by Netflix to generate rom-coms.
That's true. I think it is.
That's extremely good. Fuck, man. This is not a second screen experience. I've got no idea, beeps.
Are you ready for the last clue?
Last clue. Last chance for me to pull it out.
Tensions are rising with the local gang. They demand that the father join them,
a local gang?
which he adamantly refuses. So the family prepares to flee the area. They join a local singing competition as cover and flee before the awards. They are pursued by the gang, including the daughter's boyfriend, who betrays her. The woman's old coworkers help them out with the gang, and they are able to flee to safety.
So, can you answer a yes and no question for me since this is the last?
Sure.
Is this a cartoon?
No.
I have no fucking clue. I have no idea, man. If that's not a cartoon, I really don't know what this is. I was waffling. I was going to say, is this a cartoon or are they not humans?
Can I maybe help you?
Yeah.
Hate this movie.
I hate this movie?
You hate this movie.
Makes sense. I'd block it out.
It makes you mad every time I bring it up.
Hey, guess what? I don't like it now I like it even less.
Yeah.
because of this experience.
And I'll give you a second clue.
Okay, is it what the gang is? Because Az says you have to tell me what the gang is.
Okay. We'll see. I'm going to tell you that they're all real people.
Okay.
And it's based on a true story.
All real people and it's based on a true story?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't fucking know Les Mis. That's not what happens in Les Mis.
That's closer.
What do you mean that's closer?
Also, Les Mis isn't based on a true story. It's just like
Isn't it
set
based
in a
on like
time.
the French Revolution or something?
It's based on a book about the French Revolution, but it's a fictional book.
Yeah, and it's a book that, fuck, man, I have literally no idea.
It's based on a play.
Based on Equus? I don't know, dude. The Crucible?
You were really, really, really close with Mary Poppins.
Really close with Super Nanny. That was a TV show.
Yeah.
What's another nanny movie?
Okay, fine. I'll
Is
tell
it the sound of... Did you just knock your coffee onto the keyboard?
I got it.
Okay.
Go ahead and finish your guess.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I've realized what it is. I do hate this movie. It's The Sound of Music.
Yeah, it's The Sound of Music.
Yeah, the gang is the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Sound of Music sucks, and you can take me to court for that.
He's never seen it, really.
Yes, I have. I've seen it 100 times.
No, he's seen it in pieces in school. He's never just watched it.
Oh, it sucks so bad.
I know what you mean. It does suck to watch it in parts. It's a really good movie.
We watched it every time that my band teacher was out. We either watched Pirates of the Caribbean or The Sound of Music. So I have seen these movies 1,000,000 times. And Pirates, I enjoyed the music and like the movie was fun or whatever. But Sound of Music, dude, if I have to hear Edelweiss one more time, I'm going to put a nail through my eye.
Dude, it really is good. It sucks they make us watch it in high school and they're trying to be so serious about it. They're like, this is real. This is history.
Farewell. Oh my gosh. None of it. I don't like a single thing about it.
Okay.
I'm welcome to have my opinion changed forcefully.
I thought you were just about to be like, I'm welcome to have my opinion. It's like, okay, no one's stopping you.
As a man, I'd like to say I'm allowed to have an opinion. Gosh, you can't make jokes about anything. Sorry.
You sound like John Lovitz.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was aiming for. That is rough. In the chat, Rerun says, we got there. Sid the Kingmaker says, my God. Matt Bliss said, I was going to suggest Blues Brothers, but the gang is also Nazis. Colin said, hey, can I be real with you? As someone who's played in the pit of that show so many times, it is so dated and it's very boring.
That's totally fine. I'm talking about the movie.
Colin said there's like 2 decent songs. In my opinion, sucks butts. So I'm with Mason. Thank you, Colin. Everyone loves this movie and it's baffled me forever.
I think I would rather, and I don't normally feel this way, watch the movie than see this show because it's so fucking long. And the movie's just really good. Like Christopher Plummer and oh my God.
Jessica Anderson?
Mary Poppins, you know.
Oh, Pamela Anderson.
No, what?
What?
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews. That's
They
what I
just
meant.
kill it. There's nothing else needed.
What I said. Sid
Plumber's
says,
so hot, like Sid said.
yeah, Sid says Plumber is so hot. I don't think I know which one Plumber is.
Christopher Plummer, fucking daddy is who.
You know what I would say? I would rather watch Cats than The Sound of Music.
Enjoy hell.
And Cats has memory in it. But at least there's something to look at.
I don't think that you have really given The Sound of Music a college try. I will concede that the show is dated and doesn't really need to be like performed, grow up, do a different musical. Doing the same old theater so the same old fucking people will come watch it is a boring way to run a company. However, the movie fucks. It's good.
I want to drag all y'all into hater hell with me. I want to take you all into negativity town. And real quick, question for everyone, and particularly you, Bug, because you have a microphone. Worst song from a musical?
Okay, well, you look at Christopher Plummer first. He was really hot at every age also.
He aged very gracefully, and he was very attractive at every age.
Kind of hotter at like 80.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of got, I can't think of the actor's name. He sort of looks like Patrick Stewart fused with...
yes, that's right.
Fused with a different guy. But anyway, worst song from a musical. Like, what is your least favorite song from a musical ever?
That's a great question.
For all of my hate of, I almost said American Idol. What is it called? Sound of Music. I think Memory from Cats is one of the worst songs in a musical ever. If I could pay money to make that song not exist, I would pay any amount I'd go into debt for it.
That's a really fair take that I don't disagree with at all.
Emily says all of Phantom of the Opera.
I think that's mostly fair, except that Phantom of the Opera being so 80s really works for me. I think Phantom of the Opera is one of the most boring shows I've ever seen.
See, I don't mind Phantom. I like Phantom.
I like when the Phantom of the Opera hits. Like that song, that track, that keyboard intro, like that works for me.
Ella's sobbing. Ella says, no, what the fuck?
I know she is.
I love Phantom. I love Phantom music. I haven't seen the show.
It's boring as hell.
I like the music from it. That theme, too, that chromatic theme is really good.
Yeah, I fuck with that. But it's fair to not fuck with it. It is very repetitive.
Yeah. Emily says the same thing over and over again with no differences. It's so boring. Colin says Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat is also dog shit. Same guy, which
never
makes
seen
sense.
it in my life.
I haven't seen that either. As says worst song for musical is anything from Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor
Coyote
Dreamcoat.
Astronaut is fucking right. Everyone needs to watch Phantom of the Paradise. My friend Ashley lent me her DVD copy of Phantom of the Paradise 1,000 years ago, and it's insane. I was trying to tell you about it recently.
I don't think I know that one at all.
I was trying to tell you about it. I played you some music from it. It's this like weird movie that this guy was able to get made that is just like a total passion project.
Phantom of the Paradise.
Yeah.
That's a very fun... Is it based on Phantom of the Opera?
Kind of, I guess. It's a 1974 rock musical comedy horror film written and directed by Brian De Palma and starring Paul Williams.
Okay.
It's... like this guy is tricked by this evil music producer into sacrificing his life's work. And so in revenge, he like adopts this really scary persona and like enacts this horror plot.
I'm going to play something, and don't look at my screen. I want to see if y'all can recognize what this is from. Because on the converse, now that we've got, N-Squared says, some guy, that's Brian De Palma.
Sorry.
Heartbreak emoji. I want to see if y'all can recognize what this is from, because this is from my favorite musical. And then I want to talk about favorite musical song real quick. So throw those in the chat. And let me know if you, as soon as you know the name of this bug, shout it out. Because this gets stuck in my head all the time, but I don't think it's one of the most commonly recognizable songs.
Happy birthday to me.
Tell me birthday prototype.
Dear Bambi. Oh, don't move. What a picture.
It'll get to it.
Such memories it brings back. Oh, ich kann dich fressen, meine süße Zuckerpuppe.
My little dumpling.
Mein Liebling. You're my little choochie face. My coochie.
I know this track, but I don't know what it's from.
Choochie face. Every time I look at you, I sigh.
And you're my little teddy
I'll throw it on screen.
My lovey, lovey, dovey little teddy bear. You're the
Do you got it, Bug?
No, but I
Really?
did see it in the chat.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can go ahead and reveal then what it is.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
It is. It is Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I have not seen this movie in so long, and it shows.
I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I watched that movie obsessively on repeat as a kid, and I wanted to be the dad because he's like an inventor, right? Like he made Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I think I think the arc of my life bends towards Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Dad in a way that I just want to pull it harder towards it. Sid also says, Moss, I low-key get Toot Sweet stuck in my head often. Yes, that one also great. Chitty is my favorite musical. Full, hands down, full stop. I loved everything in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Even the annoying songs, even the weird music box scene. I loved it. Alistair says, stellar pick. Thank you, Alistair. Colin says, I know someone who was in the original Broadway cast of
Whoa.
that. That's cool as hell. As says, favorite musical song for them is Fugue for Tin Horns from Guys and Dolls.
I don't think I know that.
I don't know that, but my dad was in Guys and Dolls, I believe, at one point. I've been in a lot of musicals. I did them all through high school, and I did some after high school, and did a fuckload of community theater, and I'm really picky about musicals.
Yeah.
I don't think I like the genre. I don't think I like a musical.
I think most of the genre is bad and oversaturated with samey stuff. I think when it's really good, it's really good. But I think because it costs a lot of money to put on a show. It costs even more money to put on a musical.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to pander to the lowest common denominator audience member to try and make money. And it really sucks for the art form.
Yeah, and Andrew Lloyd Webber out here just like doing every single one of them, I guess.
Yeah, and not all the time. Some of them really hit and some of them don't.
So, real talk, some of the orchestration in Cats is really impressive and cool. Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat is in like 11/8. There's like some really cool fucking riffs and
The problem is the show's nothing.
Yeah, the show is a series of vignettes, and some of them are good and some of them are bad.
It's all religious and weird, and everyone's a cat, which I like. I like that everyone's a cat. I think it's weird, but it's like, it's one of those things I'd expect to be off Broadway and be like, this is so experimental and crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
it's weird that it's as popular as it was. I remember seeing it on a VHS as a kid and thinking that I wasn't supposed to be seeing it.
I remember Stephanie in college made me watch a VHS recording of Cats because she loves it so much.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, so Stephanie loves cats. I'll have to talk to her about it.
Yeah.
Good morning to Maggie, who is just joining us and who is sick. I hope you feel better, Maggie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. Emily says, I was friends with the musical theater kids and they ruined me on musicals because they would just randomly break out into song at lunch, sometimes mid-sentence. Yeah, that's I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
As a recovering theater kid, I'm really sorry.
It's tough. I'm sorry that happened to you.
The only time I broke into song unprompted was back when Neil Patrick Harris's It's a Brand New Day, the fucking
Dr. Horrible?
Yes, Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. When that came out, we were all breaking into that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colin says, I think most of Music Man sucks, but Trouble is such a great song.
I don't know Music Man.
You don't know Music Man? My dad was also in Music Man. I think he was the main guy, and he was also in Arsenic and Old Lace.
I have a theater degree, but my college mostly did straight plays, and the only musical, I got to do 2 musicals during my time. One was Pippin, which fucks. Great choice. If you're only going to get to do one, let it be the snuff one.
Yeah, Pippin's crazy.
Pippin rips. Speaking of Pippin, I will say that one song in the middle that's boring as shit, hate that song. I think Catherine or whoever sings it. But the rest of the music slaps. And then we also had a female leading player, and it ripped. But the other musical we did was one that this kid wrote, and I have war flashbacks from that. So
Colin was Pippin in Pippin.
Oh, fuck yeah, Colin.
Which is awesome. And Squared says, I love Arsenic and Old Lace. I don't feel like enough people have seen...
I've not seen that.
There's a great movie version. It's so... It is so up your alley. It's honestly kind of up anyone's alley. It's just genuinely really good. It's Cary Grant.
I love Cary Grant.
Yeah, hottest man alive. And Squared says the Cary Grant movie version is a Halloween staple for me. It's so... We're watching that tonight.
Okay.
I'm sure we can find it somewhere. Elle says her mom was in Music Man. That's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. And Sid said the SpongeBob musical, forever up in my favorites as well. I have heard that the SpongeBob musical exceeded expectations.
I love the Shrek musical.
The Shrek musical rips. That song with the different Fionas where they rotate.
It's so good,
through the
dude. Every time I watch the version with Sutton Foster as Fiona, I'm like crying.
It's really good. So we have to watch the SpongeBob musical because that taught me that I can't judge a musical by its cover necessarily. Yeah. Colin agrees. Shrek musical slaps. The music of that show fucking rules.
It's so good.
Apparently also it's the same person from Chitty who did the music. That's crazy.
Oh.
That's a trip. Who did the music in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang? I don't know. Also, I always forget that Dick Van Dyke was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, okay. I think Colin said no.
Colin said no. Oh, reread what you said. Shrek musical slaps.
The person from the original SpongeBob cast is the same person from the original Chitty Chitty Bang Bang cast.
Oh, okay. I follow you now. Wow. Anyway, movies and musicals are great.
Yeah.
Society and culture is so interesting.
It's beautiful.
You know what? We're making our own musical in a way, if you sort of think of speech as musical.
Also, we have some community partners to thank.
That's what I was segueing into. And we couldn't make this musical possible without our community partners.
Join us for a brief intermission
as we talk about our community partners. I thought you were going to do them.
No, I just thought you were moving on.
No. This show is made possible by our partners on Patreon, patreon.com/Bug and Moss. It is the bottom of the hour. It's 7:36. This is when we do the plugs. At the community partner level for $24.99 a month, you get ad reads. There's other tiers you can join for different features and perks. This show is made possible. One of our community partners is Colin M. Parker, who is a variety streamer on Twitch and is here in chat right now. If you don't follow Colin on Twitch, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're wasting your own time not following Colin. Colin streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, currently doing No Bones Crew at 5 p.m. on Mondays, which we did last night. We played some Mecha Chameleon, and it was fucking awesome. I was really blown away by some of the paint jobs we did. You can find that VOD on our channel, or you should go watch it on Colin's channel. Colin's doing a Final Fantasy Reset franchise series on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. where he's playing through all of the Final Fantasy games, and if you donate subs and bits, you can kick him back to the start. You can torture Colin by kicking him back save points or even entire games.
God.
So if you really like Colin, but you want to like beat him up a little bit, you can watch his Final Fantasy streams. Support him financially, but not mentally or emotionally by resetting him. And then on Friday, Colin does his music shows, including that all-new Punk, where they blind tier list new punk tunes for the first time, and WBRP, where Twitch subscribers get to submit one song per month for chat to listen and discuss. It's a very good time. All at twitch.tv/Colin M. Parker. Colin, one of the most talented creators I know. One of the fucking best dudes. And just a great friend.
In response to the psychotic shit Colin is doing, Egg Queen has summed it up by saying, OMG, what the fuck, Colin?
Do you love pain is what Egg Queen followed that up with. Yeah, Colin rocks. So go and give Colin a follow. If you're not following Colin on Twitch, you, listener, you playing this in the podcast later in the day, go follow Colin on Twitch.
Go follow Colin on Twitch.
That costs you nothing.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. It helps Colin out. And then go fucking watch the Reset series.
Hell yeah.
And after you follow Colin, give that to Colin. And then for the Reset, you can take some of Colin's sanity by donating bits.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good trade.
Mm-hmm. You too can have a piece of Colin's peace.
As in the chat, speaking of Colin's piece, has said, have you guys seen The Guy Who Doesn't Like Musicals? And I just looked it up. It's a Star Kid joint. Love Star Kid. We'll watch anything they do. And the plot in a line is everything in Hatchetfield seems normal until people begin singing. Then they begin dancing. And now a musical pandemic is sweeping the entire city.
That's interesting.
Would watch.
Yeah, I mean, Star Kid's generally pretty good.
I like everything they do.
Yeah. Why don't we turn to the phones in the back half of the show here? 848-MOSS-BUG is the number to call. You can call it at literally any time you want and leave us a message. We will never pick up the phone, except for maybe like select events where we take live calls. But most of the time, you can just call it and leave a message.
Yeah.
848-667-7284. 848-MOSS-BUG is the number to call. We were talking about senses and imagination on the show yesterday and like what different capabilities people have in their imagination to imagine different senses. And Leonard has called in on that topic. Leonard the Mountain
Bug
King.
and Moss, this is Leonard calling in because on the episode the other day you were talking about aphantasia and what senses you can picture more vividly, and I can picture all of the senses. Smell is also the least amount for me, which makes sense because it's my weakest sense in the waking world in reality anyway. Don't have a very good sense of smell, but I can picture what little I can smell in the first place. But hands down, the most prominent sense, and this is probably no surprise at all, is sound.
Sound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did we have a glitch? We didn't lose audio on the stream. Oh,
I mean, it's the closest I can come to like almost forced auditory hallucinations at times, which comes very in handy when I'm writing music. And because I can picture not just what I want a guitar part to be, but what I want everything to be. And I've written a lot of music by myself over the years. And I wonder, it made me wonder, as you were talking about, is that a muscle you can flex? And it is curious to me, like, the relationship for that. Is that something that I can picture so well now because I've spent so long having to imagine everything, to write everything myself, music-wise? Or alternatively, am I drawn to writing that way and to kind of orchestrating full band environments because I have a more natural sense of being able to do that than maybe some other people do? It's very curious. I've always wondered about that.
I have an anecdote
like,
about
I know
that.
My wife, there's a difference in the way she hears things versus how I hear things. She hears everything as a whole but can't distinguish things. I'm very good at distinguishing things that I hear one from another. That's why I have a good ear, as they say in music. I can learn songs very well because I can pick things out, but also once I hear them, I can picture them. And that's how I memorize things. Even when we did plays and stuff back in the day, Mason and I was very good at memorization, not just because I could read something, but because if I read it out loud and heard it, then I could memorize the way it's supposed to sound and recreate it. So I'm curious if there's any connection there, but I just wanted to call in. Yeah, I can picture sounds real freaking good.
Hell yeah. I'm like really good at hearing.
I'm like really good at picturing sounds. Thank you for calling in, Leonard. Yeah, I would say too that my experience of imagining sound is very close to auditory hallucinations. I can hear sounds in great detail and like combine them and take them apart. I can rotate the apple, so to speak, in my brain when it comes to sound. And I find in my work as a sound designer, it's incredibly helpful because like, if, for example, like if I need like marching boots or whatever, I could imagine, I could get a big plastic tray with ice cubes and I could shake that and I could probably just roll off the top end a little bit and you get that kind of sound like marching, like I can take a sound and think about the elements of it and think of other things that sound like it and picture like, what would it sound like if I crinkled a plastic bag? And like the accuracy on that's pretty high. I haven't been flexing that muscle as much with music, but that is also how I learn music and how I figure out instruments is definitely entirely sound-based. And interestingly, you talk about imagining an entire orchestration, like the entire arrangement of a piece. Michael Jackson was famous for that.
Yeah.
He would go into the studio and he'd be like, all right, and the bass is like, do, 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 do. And then the synth is like, bum, bum. And he would record these demos on cassettes at his house where he would just layer his own voice singing all the parts to hear it. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, he also had just like crazy good pitch and good pitch control.
Probably.
I don't know if he had perfect pitch or not, but yeah.
I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. He was musically very proficient.
I would imagine that that's probably a common experience amongst musicians, but I'd be curious. Colin, I know you're a musician. I'd love to hear what you think on that. Are you able to picture in your head what something's supposed to sound like? And is that how you get to the finished product? And Squared, I also think you're a musician, right? Although I don't know where to find your music. You should send me a link to it. Because that is absolutely where my interaction with that comes from. And also memorization in plays. Because I didn't realize this. I'm not very good at memorization. I can do a very good short-term memorization, like look at an index card and then look at a camera and read it. I can do like 2 paragraphs at a time that way. So like I'm decent at that, but I cannot remember like a whole play. And the way I remember it is the way things are supposed to sound coming out of my mouth. Like I really, like that's...
I think that's how I do it too. Is like I really struggle to memorize when I'm recording something flat because you're supposed to, if you're recording lines, to not remember them with intonation because then you'll do it the same every time. So it's like a balance of like feeling that emotional connection to the line without memorizing the way you say it.
Yeah. And I'm trying to find, I have also recently discovered that I have a weird audio processing issue in my brain that I did not know about until semi-recently. Let me see if this reel has the right audio real quick. Come with me on this journey. I want to do the test for you before I explain it. Okay.
Can you understand what I'm saying? Imagine you're chatting with a friend in the middle of a busy party. They don't need to be shouting louder than everyone else in the room for you to hear them. In a noisy space, your ears are able to single out one specific voice. But for people who struggle with hearing loss or ADHD, this can be a challenge. Even hearing aids don't really help. They just make all the noises louder equally. This is what researchers call the cocktail party problem.
The cocktail party problem is something we're trying to understand and have been for 20 years.
That's Kamal Sen, a BU neuroscientist who is developing an algorithm that might allow hearing aids to do what your brain does naturally.
So one key aspect of being able to solve...
blah, blah. So what's important is the cocktail party thing. This experiment where people, they test if you can hear one person's voice out of a crowd. And there was a demonstration recently that we watched on some video. It came out of nowhere where they were like, check this out. Try and pick out an individual voice from the crowd. And they played a bunch of people talking. You couldn't hear anything. And they were like, but now, listen, if we start one person talking and then play the rest, you can hear it. And as we're sitting on the couch, Bug was like, oh, interesting. And I was like, I can't pick it out. And I've realized I've struggled with this through my entire life. I really can't pick out voices that well. I have a hard time understanding speech, and I've developed a bunch of coping mechanisms that I thought were like just for my attention, such as I picture what people are saying as text in my imagination and read it so that I can pay attention to what people are saying sometimes. And I also have to lip read. Most of the time when I'm talking to someone, I stare at their lips because I really cannot discern multiple voices happening at the same time, which is super weird to me because I can absolutely pick things apart on like a very granular level for doing things like sound design or anything else or music like we were just talking about. I have an extremely strong imagination for sound and ability to pick apart and analyze different bits, but speech, something about the language, it's the words, because I can hear everything and I can pick apart individual trains of everything. Like I could tell you probably how many voices there were, maybe, but I can't tell you a single thing they're saying. So it's a weird, I suffer from the cocktail party problem. And I also think the internet suffers from attributing too many things to ADHD. So I don't know how much this really has to say with that. But it was interesting to hear that mentioned. Coyote says different parts of your brain. Yeah, there are different parts of your brain for processing speech versus processing sound. Because like language is different from a tiger growling or leaves crackling, you know? So yeah, I thought it was interesting. Matt says also, I have a cocktail party problem, though this is solved by proximity and directed attention. Yeah, I have to be looking at somebody's lips because then I can roughly estimate like which voice has the lips movement going with it. But every time we hang out with someone at like a bar or we like go to get together somewhere noisy, I feel so out of my element because I have to spend so much time focusing really hard on what someone is saying. Like, and I just can't hold conversations well.
I find this really interesting because I don't experience that. And if anything, I have the inverse issue. This is why I need, like, if we listen to something when we go to sleep, it has to be quiet enough that I can't pick things out because I will focus on any individual voice that may or may not be louder. I'll just like hear something that sounds interesting and then I'm listening to that person the rest of the time I'm in the crowd.
God, so that feels more of an attention, like a distraction thing, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's like...
Yours is an auditory, like you can't do it.
It's like on the way in, and it's weird to discover at 32. Like I've always known, I thought for a long time I had issues with like high frequencies, and I was like, oh, maybe I just can't hear S's and T's super good. But like, no, my hearing range is still very good, despite the tinnitus. I used to be able to hear above 20 kilohertz. Like I used to have higher than average hearing. I used to hear, I think, like up to 28. And now I'm down to like 18.
I wonder if there's a relationship between having above average hearing and maybe having issues processing individual things in this way.
I don't know, because that's like frequency detection.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My brain's wired weird. But as far as imagining sounds go, that is absolutely how I move through the world and how I do the things I do. I can't imagine not having an imagination or like having a very vivid one.
I do briefly want to go back to what we were talking about with Leonard's voicemail. He's also joined us in the chat now.
Welcome,
yes,
Leonard.
You did miss your voicemail, Leonard. Good morning. Which is the idea of, can you work a muscle for something that you can imagine or can't imagine? And I can speak to that a little bit because I have gotten a lot more comfortable like trying to like do music and understand music since knowing you. And I definitely hear it differently now. I've been in choirs and I've been a singer for a long time, but I did not used to really pull things apart outside of vocal parts. And now I definitely do. And I feel like I always want to relate this back to cooking because I can visualize individual flavors. Like I can eat something and I can start to go, okay, how would I make this? What am I going to do to deconstruct and reconstruct this flavor profile? And that's often how I approach it. And I think it's very similar to the way that people describe approaching music. And I feel like that's something you and I can relate to, having shared those things.
Well, that is absolutely a learned skill. And I remember practicing it. I remember I got a book, I think it was in this book, Home Recording for Musicians for Dummies, which they could have left off the for musicians. We're all fucking dummies. Where it talked about like listen to your favorite songs and try and pick out the parts. And then I just started actively doing that for a long time. And it changed the way. That is absolutely a learnable skill. Because it's just about like, you don't know to do that until you know to do that. Like you don't think about how music is composed of a bunch of different pieces playing together. You might know that on like an intellectual level, but you don't think about it as an experiential listener unless you're doing that. So yeah, it's absolutely learnable. Because I never approached food that way until you kind of described it. Bug just ripped her microphone off the mic arm.
And I will say this also in relationship to that and overall like ADHD audacity, I think having an attention like disorder does help you understand that everything is attention. Like I do sort of, as I learn new things, I get like more and more powerful in my ability to understand that anything can be demystified by paying more attention to it. Like as I've been doing a lot of video stuff. And so when I watch videos, I'm paying attention to how it's edited and how it's put together in a way that I didn't before.
Yeah, like you're spotting J&L cuts and stuff like that.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Do you know how to do that? I want to try to do that. How would I replicate that? How would I figure that out? And I think that is really just... that is about your attention. You can do that with anything, I think. You just have to practice it.
Yeah, analytically deconstructive consumption of any sort of product at all. Like just thinking about the component bits and the trying to find the atomic fragments of an experience.
Yeah.
And put names on them and put labels on them and isolate them. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is kind of amazing that we're able to do that too. Because like if you think it's only in recent years that computers have been able to come even close to doing that with the AI like stem separation stuff and also like voice isolation, noise reduction. I'm not talking like LLMs. I'm talking like in Discord, crisp noise suppression.
Yeah.
All of these algorithms that can pick out a sound and isolate it from other things. It's wild how complicated and crazy that is. And it's also very interesting we've begun to be able to do that with technology. I don't know a whole lot about how those algorithms work, and now I'm actually going to look into them. Thanks for the rabbit hole to fall into.
Thanks me for the rabbit hole.
Yeah, noise reduction. Yeah. I want to know how those algorithms work because on a similar level, the motion smoothing in TVs, the soap opera effect on TVs, it looks awful. They're actually generating frames in your TV to go in between frames, which means that your TV, which is probably really cheap and is certainly not running a big GPU or anything like that, is able to generate an image based on a previous image and what it expects the next image is going to be. That all happens on this tiny little chip, and it's hard to find really good information about it. But the motion smoothing sucks, but the way it works is fascinating. I think all of these, these predictive algorithms that can isolate elements and do that sort of thing are fascinating as an analog to try and understand maybe how we do it.
Yeah, I think these things are really interesting, and it's important to isolate the technology from its undesirable application. Like the weird, heavy-handed forcing of motion smoothing, which nobody I know enjoys.
No, it sucks.
It does not work for most film because most film is in fucking 24 frames. It just it looks so bad. But it's really interesting, and we can think about how to apply this to things in a way that it would be useful, and it's really cool to think about how it works.
It's crazy that it's possible. But it's been on my mind because I've been doing stuff in VR, and VR has a whole lot of tricks that it does because not only is it projecting an image to your left eye, an image to your right eye, and also tracking your head position and then making that rotate a virtual camera and render the scene fast enough that you can move around and it doesn't vanish or flicker. There's all these technologies like asynchronous space warp and these other things that take previous frames and try and mesh them with other frames and do things to give you a smooth visual experience. And what's crazy about using the shitty VR setup that I have with my old ass Quest 2 is that it falls apart really often.
Yeah.
But as it falls apart, you can see how it works.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. The world gets warbly in VR in this really interesting way. And that led me down a rabbit hole of learning about space warp and time warp and these other things that they do.
But it's so funny because what you're describing, this is also what our eyes do. This is like what we were talking about yesterday with the idea of what is sight. Our eyes and our brain are doing this. Mason has a great video about how your eyes are fucking lying to you.
Your eyes do image pre-process. There is a certain amount of image pre-processing that happens on the retina.
Yeah.
In the very beginning of where the retina and the optic nerve interface. I could not find much information about it that I could parse, but basically there is some kind of prioritization, kind of like quality of service on a router that happens in your eye before it gets to your brain, which is mind-blowing.
The thing about that's crazy is your eyes don't think.
No.
But they make choices
They make decisions.
before images get to your brain, mechanical choices. And this is really fascinating when we think about corrective surgery for eyes or how to improve eyesight for people as they age, because it's very complicated and it's very interesting the way that our eyes have evolved. And it's so fascinating to me to think about. For example, the simplest way to think about it, I think, is that you should experience motion blur. You don't, really. So your eyes are doing that for you.
You don't experience motion blur?
Well, I guess not what I mean. I experience motion blur, but you should experience nauseating as you move.
The stabilization that happens. Yeah.
And there should be black spots because your eyes are inventing things for you to see.
Your eyes shut off when they move. As you move your pupils, it's called a saccade. And in the time your eye takes to shift from left to right or up to down, it doesn't see anything. And at the end of the day, it adds up to about 30 minutes of time that you miss from every single day.
But your eyes are predicting, and they are doing it really quickly, which is why you're able to react while driving a car, which it's crazy we're able to do.
Leonard says, my eyes having thoughts is a scary thought. Judgmental pricks. And Colin and Az are both very kindly saying, cannot recommend the Mason Eye video enough. I mention it to people all the times. And Az says, top 5 YouTube videos ever. It is, your eyes are lying, lazy, hateful, wet bags of gross
We'll link
meat.
it in the show notes. It's
in the
really
show
great.
Notes. Yeah, it's a video I did a while ago. For the Sniff Showcase. It was a lot of fun.
Also, Matt Bliss has posted that it's a limited 2 times voting window for America's favorite couple. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. Vote for us in America's favorite couple. I think we're still 4th in our group. Yeah,
oh,
that's
wow.
Right. We're 4th in our group.
We don't know what that means, but vote for us for free.
Don't spend money on this.
It's for charity if you want to, but we don't expect you to do that. Use your free vote if it's easy.
Yeah. Don't pay money for this. I don't know this company. It's for charity could mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't trust that anymore.
Hey, I have a hot take.
What's that?
I'll tell you guys. Maybe I shouldn't say this right after I said vote for me. I don't round up to donate unless it's awkward not to.
Oh, really?
Because I don't think that I don't like the nickel and diming aspect of being constantly asked to round up or do whatever else. If it's like a direct donation or someone like the organization is there, I'll do it. But I don't know what fucking Walmart's doing with that.
I also aren't those companies able to then write off the customers' donations as charitable contributions?
If a big corporation like Walmart is doing something, I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and it makes me feel icky, and I would just rather directly donate my money.
Yeah. I mean, that said, I did always do it when I shopped at the local food co-op and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I do it at I even do it at Goodwill. If I'm at a local place, it's different. But when a big corporation is like, do you want to round up for whatever? I'm like, I don't think so. Unless someone asks me directly, and then I just do it because I don't want to have the interaction.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man. It sucks to live in the era of grift, which is very much the era that we're living in right now, where everything is a fucking grift, dog. It's such a bummer.
Yeah.
And Squirt said, I do it at a liquor store because it's owned by the government.
Hell yeah.
Does every state have state liquor stores? No?
That's a New Hampshire thing. I think South Carolina's like that.
And Squared's in Canada, I believe.
Yeah.
So that would be a different situation, too. New Hampshire, the only place you can buy liquor is in the state liquor stores that are on the highway. Also, I didn't realize this. My New Hampshire homies probably remember Granite State of Mind. The video about, it was a parody of, what is the New York State of Mind by Jay-Z? This video that went mega viral 16 years ago, it's an extremely good cover of New York State of Mind, but it's about New Hampshire. I'm going to play you a snippet of it. We'll throw that in the show notes too, because I didn't realize not everyone had heard this, and it's genuinely amazing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play the whole video and it's in full to end the show.
Okay.
So that's how we're going to wrap things up because we're right here at the end of the show. Thank you for joining us on the Bug and Moss Morning Telephone Show. Make sure you join our Discord. Check out bugandmoss.com. Go to patreon.com/bugandmoss. Good morning and goodbye to Karamaror, who said thank you for broadcasting. I almost said boardcasting. And this is Granite State of Mind by Super Secret Project from 16 years ago. This song rips. I encourage you to stick around and hear the whole thing. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I just realized that if I don't stop the timer,
it'll go off.
Yeah, it's going to go off in the middle of the song. Okay, now we're good. Sorry.
Yeah, Mother Conway. Now I'm down in Manchester next to Adam Sandler, but I'll be Woods forever. I'm the new Salinger, cause I could live anywhere, but I choose to live here, the middle of nowhere. I used to shop in Salem, next to Rockingham Park. Right there up on 28, you'll find Canopy Lake Park. Bring me up to Portsmouth, the saloon at State Street. Catch me up at Gillies after hours for some late eats. It's not the Kangamangus, it's the Kankamongus. It's a scenic byway that I like to drive in August. Now I'm down in Bedford, home of Seth Meyers, yeah. Also Sarah Silverman, we're funny motherfuckers here. We like to say what's up, guy. It's our way to say hi. In February, it is good to know a plow guy. It is shaped like a key, also where I like to ski. Tell by my belt buckle that I'm most definitely from.
This is 16 years old, and the production value is insane.
It's awesome.
It's like got drone shot or helicopter shots, presumably. Also, what's funny is in these scenes where she is singing out in the field here, you can see that someone's holding a sunlight reflector on her and trying to follow her.
Yeah.
They don't always make it, which is fun.
For the ratio, I made the flannel shirt more famous than a scarecrow. Don't drink and drive here, listen to what I say. Even though we put our liquor stores right on the highway. You can drive my Washington, I got my Monadnock in 1787. We invented the alarm clock.
Sounds good.
Coach start with Coach, the Downeaster Amtrak. On Squam Lake, Henry Fonda tell you how to act. Derry's Alan Shepard, first guy in a spaceship. It's a pity that Kristen McAuliffe didn't make it. Did you hear about the ice storm of 08? I went without power for 11 straight days. You can buy a handgun, you can buy some fireworks. Sandwich Fair, rest in peace, Daniel Webster. America's Stonehenge, long live the dairy trade, long live the old man. I'm from the Granite State.
New Hampshire, place where Stonyfield yogurt is made, and cow tipping so cool. Here in New Hampshire,
Welcome to the woods, baby.
DSL service is brand new. You might even see a moose here in New Hampshire,
Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. Gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. That's a Robert Frost, he's our most famous poet. It was actually written up in Vermont, but it's associated with the 603, where it's a fact I don't know any Hispanics and just one black guy. You can go to Bike Week, that's up in Laconia. In the winter months at the Notch at Franconia. Home of BODE, our Olympic ski champion. He faced high pressure like my man Alfred
New
Brilliant.
Hampshire, if you don't want to wear a helmet, there's nothing they can do here in New Hampshire. Marquis versus Browns on the seafood. Tell me which one will you choose when you're in New Hampshire, Hampshire. 9 state ratified out of all 50. It can get cold, but still the auto's very pretty. When this song makes me rich, I'ma move to right. Everybody pump your fist and yell, live for your time. For your time. New Hampshire, stay where Triple H the wrestler hails from. That guy would destroy you.
That guy would destroy you.
Yeah, it's just like old Hampshire, but new. We're
Anyway.
jokes too.
That is Granite State of Mind. That is the super secret project. No idea where those folks are now, but wow. That went so viral in New Hampshire that it was absolutely bonkers.
I'm trying to see how many views it has.
It has 2.8 million views.
That's all. And it's so good. That means everyone who's ever been anywhere near New Hampshire has seen it.
The entire population of New Hampshire several times over, I'm sure, just watching it on repeat.
Yeah, I mean, how many fucking people are there?
Yeah, so what did that come out in 2010?
It's so good for when it came out. I just ripped my microphone off.
Yeah, you keep ripping that off. We need to get longer screws. All right, anyway, thank you all for joining us today. It's been a fun show. We really appreciate you being here and spending your mornings with us. We've got microphones to reattach, and I hope you all have...
Everybody check out the episode of 13 that Alex did the visuals for. It's so good.
Check out the episode of 13. It's called Narc, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts.
And on YouTube for video.
And on YouTube to see Alex's visuals, which is actually the place you should watch it for the sake of Alex's awesome visuals.
Yeah.
Thank you, French Alexander. Follow French Alexander on Twitch, twitch.tv/French Alexander. There we go. I was wondering why the music wasn't playing. I played it for so long. Woo! Rip the mic out for that, too.
Hell yeah.
It's a different kind of mic drop, a little bit less impressive. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. We love you. And most of all, I love you, Bug.
I love you, Moss.
Y'all just get to hear more of Ophir Corin's great work.
This is Bug and Moss.
Yahoo!
Yes, it is Ofer Koren. Ofer Koren is my favorite musician I've discovered from Artlist. He's made a bunch of stuff, a bunch of stock music on Artlist, and I want to find more of his catalog because his catalog fucking rips. Check out Google Ofer Koren, Oferkoren.
Such great tracks such as Kalamazoo Kazoo.
Kalamazoo Kazoo. I think that's what that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Bye.